Are you a talented individual that likes welding or knows how to weld and would rather build a gift than buy one? Well, here's the perfect project for you. It's a butterfly. Here's what I'll be using for this project. The horseshoe is a relatively small horseshoe, as you can see here. I have 4 of those. I have a 7.5-inch piece of rebar that I've ground the ends down to be smooth. That'll be the body. I have this old piece of hog panel that I'll use for the antennas. This extra piece of metal that I will be using for the stand. And then here are some of the paints I will most likely be using, though that may change. Project, I'll be using my Arc Captain welder at 50 amps. You can set with different lengths here and here. I wanted to go for the top ones to be sitting further out and these bottom ones to look sucked in more. In order to be able to fit this piece of rebar in there, I'll be grinding that down so that I can fit it just like that. Right here I made a little mark, so let's grind that down. This is how it turned out. Now this fits in there snugly, but it still allows these to sit closer together than these up top ones. Now I'm going to clean up these 2 horseshoes, weld these 2 together here and here on the bottom side, and then I will weld on there, and then I'll figure out what angle I want, and then I'll weld on that side. You'll notice that now I am welding it and that the butterfly is upside down. I flipped the butterfly upside down so I could make sure I got all my angles correct, while also being able to only weld the back side so I don't ruin the front finish of the horseshoe. There's that. Okay, so now I've welded this all up and got it all cleaned off. I've ground that down and I've just welded up there and there. As you can see, there's that much of an angle on it, and I think it turned out pretty good so far. So now we're gonna weld the antenna up. For the antenna, I cut 2 3-inch pieces of an old hog panel and I bent the edge with a little taper there, and then I'm gonna weld them on so they kind of go like that there. So they face outwards, but also up a little. There's that with the antenna. It's looking good. To support this butterfly, I have this piece of metal. It's roughly 19.5 inches tall. I put about a 28-degree taper on this so the butterfly will sit at an angle. The ground level will probably sit about here, and so it won't stick out of the ground too far. And then I put a angled tip down here so it is easier to sink into the ground. It's gonna weld right on just like that, just to give it that angle. Okay, so I got the stand all welded up to the butterfly. It sits about that angle. I got a little carried away and had some fun, and I made this little twist in there, which I think looks pretty cool. But now your butterfly is done. Now all that is left is prep and paint. So you can go through here, clean everything off with like a wire brush and then a denatured alcohol, and then let's get to painting. This here is my paint setup. I just have a drop cloth, 2 sawhorses, and a strand of wire that runs down up to that side supporting that. The only contact it makes is down in here, so I'll be able to paint most of it at once. So I plan to do this part in black, these in black, and then this in gray, and then these wings here in pink. Okay, so here it is. I painted the wings pink and the body black. I went for more of a, I don't know what to call it, but I painted the wings and then I painted the body. And I didn't do any taping. And then I painted that post that goes in the ground. I gave it so there's a little bit of overlap, like right in there and right up there. That's just the look I was going for. You can tape it if you want, but it's all personal preference. Thanks for watching my video today on how to build this butterfly. I hope you built it, and I hope you had a lot of fun doing it. If you built it, comment below and let me know. This project was a lot of fun for me, and it can be a lot of fun for you. Thanks for watching my channel today, and I hope you see more.